The time is now. It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm in the booth, straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent, Daily Planet, the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut, rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind, because back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind, because it's back to the rhymes. All right. Another week of doing it somewhat big. All right. So let's show the product that is not moving. The product that is not moving, but is being attempted to move. But like I said, I'm really looking for people who are collectors. If you're a collector, you need one of these. And what is that? That is the School Us album from Mike Dynamic. I showed it to somebody. She said, next time you bring it in sometime at the place I deliver mail. And oh, how nice! We have a CD player. It wasn't really that promising, but it was good to at least break it out. I will say too, I talked to my coworker who raps. And I mentioned the album. He says he has a CD player. I talked about SoundCloud. He can't get SoundCloud. He's got music. I'd say, and he does a weekly show, but he seems like, I'd say, what do you say? I would say arm's length. I would say, what's the other phrase? It's standoffish. Not exactly. Standoffish is kind of like, I don't know. Like if you've got a sphere of cohorts, and it's like me, I would invite anybody into that sphere, but not everyone is like that. But who am I? But I don't need to be anybody. I would just say, then this person's not a believer. Now, he did say he hadn't drank in 7 years. Because I had an idea. His last name, my last name both have alcohol. So I thought we could have a wordplay, but that's getting way ahead. So I have the one coworker wants to freestyle, which is cool. And I shared with this fellow the bed of bread, the mix. That doesn't seem to nothing. So, what is it about hip hop that you like? What are your objectives? Me personally, it all starts with making good music. Now, and this dude does battle raps. So sometimes people are kind of like, let's face it, anybody in that arena, you got to have this kind of mental attitude, probably, and you're better than whoever, and that's kind of the attitude. Now, maybe you could put on the battle rap hat, take it off, and be Mr. Nice Guy. I don't know. But there's so much of that, and it comes with the territory. So I can't say it's not what I want to be, not the type of person I would want to be. But I think the art is strong, obviously. Respect it. I've never done a battle rap. And so somebody who has, they're light years ahead of me in that arena for sure. Just freestyling's a step up for me. And but again, I always look at it like, I only started when I was in college. It is more of something to write, something, an outlet. Not I'm hanging around with a bunch of high school friends, or whatever. You got nothing to do because you're a high schooler. You don't have anything to do. Sadly, I'm thankful that my daughter can do some work at her young age, because there's so much non-productivity for young people, and therefore, but it's good. It's, raps and spitting, a cipher and all that stuff is great. I was just never doing that. Would have been happy to, and I'd be a rapper better rapper today. Probably, possibly, I'd be a different rapper maybe if I had done that. But it is what it is. So, and I just keep going back to that song. I guess I just had to finesse it, second guess it. But I wouldn't even finesse it because I was saying to myself, am I supposed to go up and talk to this guy just out of the blue? But I took the opportunity when I needed a key for one of the routes. It was not working well. So I'm like, okay, I got to go up to the third floor. Let me just say what's up in this case, and we're done with it. So it's all good. If I see the dude, I'll recognize him and I'll cheer for him. But that's about it. I got a coworker who's a rapper, and that's where it ends. That's it. I don't need, it's all good. And he's got a producer, his cousin. Good for him. All right. So my Reformation music video. Sitting there waiting. So we have our pastor's wife are retiring. Their farewell party is this Saturday. Therefore, Theon, I'm sure once she's done with that, she will need a ton. She goes all out. It's incredible. The woman's amazing. So I am thankful to have someone like that helping me because she really takes these events like to a whole level and gets a lot of people involved. So I think, and I can attend it, which is cool. I have that day off, which I'm very happy to. So that's good. And I can see, I'm not going to, here at the Young, I'll just say, okay, well, maybe we should talk in a couple of weeks, probably at the end of that. That would probably be smart. She's going to have to catch her breath, though, because she does not mess around. At least I got to give her that option. So that's what's going on with that. So, but stay tuned. June's almost here. All right. YouTube channel. So what the project I've been sharing with people. Where's my list? No, I've been writing down who I shared the video with, Leon's video. Gosh. Anyway, I've been sharing it once a day. I'm at about 14 or 15. Been doing it a couple weeks, I guess. So I think there's 8 views on the final one. I think that's pretty good, I would say. One thing I forgot to do, I was going to check the overall. It's not going to, I can tell already it's likely not going to get as many views as like Bed of Bread or Batman of the Parents, but those are Bed of Bread is like 10 seconds. Battle of the Parents 4 or 5 minutes. So total viewing is going to be more than, well, Better Bread, so those are at 130 views, but the total viewing is going to be significantly more. So but I was getting a little like, is anyone interested in this? But I got a few people checking it out. So I'm glad. I really am glad. So I really love for this discussion to be had. So I was thinking of having another couple things on this channel, but one is coming to my lap because when I was cleaning our church today, I saw a book. I should have written it down. So Dr. Titus Kennedy, you can look him up. Friend of mine, my man, is an author, archaeologist, and he has incredibly got a great response. He's apparently, because he went to Biola, which is Bible Institute of Los Angeles. I did not know that. You just hear Biola. I'm like, what in the world is that? So that's what that is. He studied there, and he's a colleague, I guess, of Sean McDowell, who is the son of Josh McDowell, who is the famous Christian apologist who wrote the book Evidence That Demands a Verdict. That was very helpful for me when I was a new believer. So his son has taken up his dad's plight as a Christian apologist. So I was just checking this out, doing the research. So I saw the book, looked it up, because I thought, man, I should text. Titus likes to text, hey, how do I get your book? And, the book looked really great. Harvest Books, I think it is. And it's like, wow, the exposure is really going well. So if you look on Sean McDowell, Dr. Sean McDowell, YouTube channel, let's say, I think he puts out a weekly video himself. He's been doing that for 6 years. And even though the video with Titus just came out 3 weeks ago, what is it called? Something about archaeologists, the book is, I read the quickly, is, is Jesus a mythical figure? Is he real? And this has been Titus's life's work, at least in the past however many years. But going forward, it will continue to be, it would seem, is that doing archaeology to validate the, Christ and the existence of Christ and God and the Bible and all these, putting those together. And he used the term extra biblical sources, I guess you could say, outside the Bible to corroborate the Bible. That's what's going on. This is huge. This is exciting. This is wow. Because he's been working at this, and so yeah. For Sean's channel, that's his, at this point, his 8th most viewed video, and it's only 3 weeks old, so it's certain to be up to number 6, if not higher. So this is really exciting. And so I was just thinking, when I saw the book, I'm like, I should ask Titus, would he like to come on my YouTube, with my and he's got Sean McDowell interviewing him, and he's been doing a lot of stuff with Memory Institute and whatnot. Drive Through History is a video series he worked on. So, but this is amazing. So, yeah, I do want to say, and he's the reason my daughter's going to go to her school she's going to next year. Originally, he's the one who planted that seed. So I'm just thankful for him, what he's doing. I'm excited for him. And maybe I could, maybe he'd like to, I don't know if he would do that, talk about the book. And that's the other thing. I was like, man, if I'm going to interview an author, I'm going to have to read his book. I don't know how these guys do that. Some of these, like, Focus on the Family, they're interviewing authors all the time. I don't know if they're reading books all the time, if they can get through all those books. They literally interview multiple authors. I don't know how they do that, because to me it would be good to be able to read the book, to talk about the book with the author, but how are you going to do that, So anyway, I at least want to, maybe I can ask him about putting it for a thumbnail and showing that, for a week. And this is good. I love it that it's getting out, and hope it gets out more and more. Because I didn't even know about the book. It's not that old, but I happened to see it at Pastor Mike's desk, which is exciting. So I don't know how he found it. I wonder, because I was, anyway, there's any number of possibilities. So exciting. Let's see. So that's that. Yes. Rules of engagement. I have nothing to update you with there. Belgian Ballers, we got some work done on that today. We've had April wasn't the most successful month, but it was kind of a reset month. But we had a good day today, and we're dealing with an inanimate object, which is the project we're working on, and we're the independent variable. We're just looking to apply more pressure to the inanimate object. And I think today was a work in that direction, so that was good. I don't know. I didn't realize that. It's not just one song, sir. It's many songs. Oh, no. That doesn't match, but okay. How come that's... Sorry. There we go. Had to find the right red. Okay. So music for the Back to the Rhyme songs. I don't think my coworker's cousin's going to be helping me there. I just get so bummed out, man. What is up with people? What's the end game? What do we want, man? We want to make good music. I mean, it's especially painful when it's a believer, I don't know. I was talking to a counselor, and he was mentioning, I don't feel like this, and I told him I didn't feel like this, but he said if something's hard for somebody to figure out, they don't want someone to come up and easily help them solve that problem in 2 seconds, because then they feel like they're not worthy. They don't have what it takes. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I have all this stress of trying to figure something out that I can't figure out, or, and then you come along and you help me figure it out. Problem solved. I'm good. It was just kind of, illuminating. I hadn't really thought about that. I hear about guys, a lot of guys don't want directions and whatnot because they can't, it's too painful, maybe on their ego or something. But I like to figure stuff out, but I don't want to just fry my brain when I could use that energy for something else. So no, I didn't quite understand. I didn't share that sentiment for sure. So anyway, I just thought it was really an interesting thought. Merch. Good news on the merch. So you have a customer. I possibly have two. I have one, my daughter. So since she says she's committed to buying one, and now she's in the making money mode, gosh, I should probably have to buy one for myself, so I can wear it. I can't just give it to okay, I'm going to sell one to myself because I got to. It'd be cool to have it too. It's going to be black. The color I wanted was a kind of a light blue, and it could be a situation where, I don't know, I saw one light, look at my hand, all this ink. The one light blue I saw, I really liked with the white. And, that didn't work out. I was just going back to an old email. When I looked at the last couple of places, their light blue was too bright, too intense. I wanted a more muted light blue. It just didn't seem like it'd be the way I liked it. So I can't do that. And then she liked this other kind of pinkish color, but they didn't even have that. So we settled on black, which is cool. It'll be cool. So I should be able to produce 7 of those. God, we're going to sell to ourselves. Oh, man. 7. Okay, so if I make that, I just get my money back. So 20 times 7 is 140, right? I have $130. Yeah, okay, I hadn't run those numbers yet. Sadly, tax-wise, I haven't been submitting much because I'm still below the threshold is $600. Talk about rules of engagement. My understanding is if you're $600 or less, it's basically you had a garage sale or something. You have a garage sale, you make less than $600, you don't have to do anything, So that's kind of how I track it, but it's nothing. I can't even get to the $600 mark. That would be a banner year, but but that's it. I gotta have a few, but then if I could sell through those and maybe sell another shirt, at least to recuperate that money, then I can make another run. Because with this run of shirts, it's going to be a $60 setup fee. I was told it'd be $50, but it's $60. And then the next go round, I was told it'd be $30. So is it going to be $35 or $40? I don't know. But let's get the 7 sold. Ooh. I don't know how it's going to work in terms of having it along with the CD release party. You're going to have something there. I got a bunch of CDs to bring, that's for sure. 7 shirts. I'm paying as I go. That's what I'm doing. Anything else, I don't know. I mean, venue-wise, yeah, I don't see any other costs except that. I could put that money back in and then get another round of shirts. So if I could do. If the setup fee's lower, then the next round of shirts, I should be able to get 10, 11, 12 shirts, 20, 10. Then I can recuperate at 200 plus, 240. Then I could be off to the races, with shirts. So I need my friend Joseph. Hopefully he's getting back close soon from the Philippines. I need his help to get that on. I got to get my website working. so I could sell merchandise through my website, through my channel, whatever, if he's willing to help me with that. Okay, Trump's going to dump. Nothing to share there. But did you hear that he went, in Illinois, Indiana primaries, 77-0? All right, I have to say this. I had a conversation with a fella. So I'm what's called a precinct committee officer, and I need to file for that office. And I don't know if I will be opposed. Most likely I won't be. If I were opposed, I would want to meet the person, and I'd be happy to let that person do it. They want to do something. It's hard to. This is for anyone who doesn't know. Precinct committee officers, and virtually no one knows. My dad taught me about this way back in the day. It's the most grassroots political position there is before anything else in politics, and it's per party. But anyway, he called me, make sure I'd refile, and I'll do that. Have a note to do it. But so I got him, and I've got a few other people I know, and I know one in person, but I hear the radio people too. Dude, some of them will kind of say they like Trump, but they just want to move on from Trump. They still just can't. And I'm talking about Republicans or people who identify as conservatives. Look, 77-0. I don't care. Take the name Trump out. Someone's 77. Trump's just sitting there like, you still don't get it. Now, what I don't understand, see, one of the bad things, I listen to Roger Stone a good amount, is Trump's picking some rhinos and Trump haters he's endorsing, which is insane. But if he does, they sneak in, and like Mike Pence kept his mouth shut for 4 years, and in the final end of the game, he outed himself, right? But he was a good soldier for 4 years, right? So many snakes in the grass, so many underminers, so many enemies, domestic enemies, wolf in sheep's clothing. How do you want to describe it? So I don't know how these decisions are made, but what cannot be, you got to get on board, man, and just hope and pray he will line up. I mean, for such a huge percentage, because the fact is he's not going to make everyone happy, and he's make you scratch your head sometimes, but much better than I would have ever imagined ever before he really got started in politics. So absolutely he's the party nominee. Like the fellow I was talking to, he's like, if Trump decides not to run, I guess he missed the clip where he hit the golf ball and said 45th and 47th president. It's incredible. So yes, there's I got to give my friend credit, suggesting that I try to get a hold of, that's my friend Carol out there, suggesting I try to get a hold of this fella. Okay, so I got to talk to Craig, and he knows the head of Trump state campaign office. I think the fellow's up in Bellingham. So I got to at least pursue that. See if I can get something going with this. As it's not dead, it's not over. The Legion of Boom I was talking about, it came up a couple times. My Leon's brother-in-law works for the Seahawks, not in the content area, not with the music, but he's on the inside. And I deliver mail once a week to Vulcan. So I'm like, man, I'm up there once a week, and that's Paul Allen's company, or his sisters. I'm like, but then I find out, I forgot to look it up. Leon tells me Richard Sherman's in big, big trouble. He's on the outs with the public. I mean, I knew he wasn't getting along with Seahawks fans, really, but I didn't know he was having those kind of problems, domestic problems. Earl Thomas, domestic problems. So these guys are not in the good graces of anybody, Seahawks fans or anybody, So, this idea of a song is way out there. Man, I don't even know. I might have to just make the song and so I don't have to wait till I die. I mean, how long is it going to take for these guys to recover any kind of, because time heals wounds. And if you're a fool or a knucklehead, well, maybe people can forget after a while and try to remember the good things you did, like, hit some people and lay them out. And, I think Cam Chancellor, I didn't look it up. Hopefully he's in good standing. And then the other dude, the fourth wheel, they'd rotate them out. They had the one dude had a problem, Wayne. But anyway, that's all for that. So you will be glorified. No updates. I have a system for contacting people, just so you know. And my cousin isn't up there yet. Not yet. So he's the best person I can think of to talk to. He's all the way in Austin, though. Don't know how interested he'd be, but I haven't. So the church I've been attending, there's supposed to be a worship leader coming on in June. I better finesse it. I want to rush up to him. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, got to calm myself down. I guess it's really hard for me to do. All right. I've kind of talked enough about events mixed into this. So let's get back to the rhymes. Maybe I can finish this song. All right, here we go. Their finest hour. Let's see how long I go. All right. The finest hour was this very moment. Living life correct, living in the present, presented with this opportunity to make your presence felt for all eternity. Your kingdom come, your will be done. You gave us a son, you gave us your son. Now is not the time to not stiffen our spine, not lift one another up, to not fill one another's cup, so it can run it over and mow down the devil's schemes. Plans to devour stop cold in this, the finest hour. And it only takes 30 seconds to do that. So it has to be a beat break here. It got to be, I'll say, 10 seconds. The finest hour, you're looking at it. Time marches on, sure as I spit, and put out for the record to mark my word, duck, the mark unheard. As it says in his word, absurd, I think not. Snake, lame Louise, there he plot his next move. It's our time to prove our God's for real, though he came to steal, kill, to destroy. Our God's the real McCoy in this, their finest hour. Overpower his plans to devour in this, their finest hour. That was longer? No, it's about the same. All right. Their finest hour, you're a witness to history in the making from a special crew who knew what to do and did it, brought glory to God and I hit it, and hit it out of the park, walking in the light, not in the dark. What was the spark? And that's where I'm at. So, how long did that take? 28, that 2.5 minutes? 30 seconds plus 40 seconds, 110. Gosh, well, it's going to be over 2 minutes for sure. So, plus the music. All right. And I left off there. I don't have hardly any time. The finest hour, you're a witness to history. You're a witness to history in the making from a special crew who knew what to do and did it. Brought glory to God, not hid it. Hit it out the park, walking in the light, not the dark. What was the spark? What was the spark? Why am I even talking about this song? What was the spark? God, can I even get one line in? What was the spark? Leon keeps talking about this. I don't know, man. What was the spark? The parking lot empty. The place is shuttered. shuttered. I'll get back with you next week. Next time on Back to the Ron.